Hey guys, it's me, Kate again. This video will be my July wrap-up, but before that, we jump into that, I completely forgot that 16th of July was Day of Unity. I think that's how you translate it to English. So I had an idea when I remembered to have like something next year, for example a readathon or something like that on 15th and 16th of July, but those 2 days are Thursday and Friday, so I don't know who can participate on those 2 days. I know for sure I'm able because that's my summer break, but if you want something like that, comment down below and let me know. So let's jump into wrap-up. I read 7 books, which is about average for me. So I think that I have correct order here, but I don't I don't have with me because I had it from my library. So also I have 3 videos already planned, so those are coming soon, not today but during month of August. So the first book is A Court of Inks and Ruin. For this, the next one in the series and first 2, I have a review that I'll probably leave in the description. So this is like conclusion of the first trilogy in A Court of Thorns and Roses series. The fourth book, the title of the and description of the next book came out recently. I don't know, maybe a month ago by this point, but yeah. So I really like this. This is definitely my favorite in the series because of all the action that was happening, and it was great. Yeah, definitely my favorite in the series. But because this is the third book, I can't really say it. I say that it was interesting what was happening here, but in the first book Feyre kills a wolf who is actually High Fae from Spring Court, and then Tamlin takes her to the court. Yeah, basically, and everything goes for there. Now the next book is A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is 4th book, but Goodreads says it's 3.1. It's about how they celebrate winter solstice, in the night court, because that's the longest night of the year. It was really good. I don't know, a lot of people who I watched said that was really underwhelming, really like not as good, but this has what, 200, let me just check, 229 pages, so not a lot can happen in that time. So So the next book was Posljednji Stipančići that I needed to read for school. Our teacher gave us to read that one and the one other during the summer break. I liked it little bit for about first two sentences and DNF'd it. It was really boring. As I said in the beginning, it was okay, but no, it was completely boring. So the next book that I read was Wonder Woman Warbringer, which is first book in DC Icons series, and basically these are origin stories of several people in DC universe. First one being Wonder Woman, the second one Batman, third one Catwoman, and the fourth book Superman. First two I read last year, and in June I reread Catwoman Soul Stealer. So I read this, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, loved it. And let's just appreciate this edition. I will open it on random page. All 4 of these just stand like this. They don't crack the spines, which is great because I usually read book like this because I do. So these are really great editions. So basically what happens is, in this book is Diana, while running around the island, sees this boat going up in flames and basically swims, saves the girl from that boat and brings her to Themyscira. But while going to and everything starts going bad on the island, and she goes to who does she go? Let me just check. I'll just check. To Oracle, only to find out that girl she saved is actually Warbringer. That means, and she's a direct descendant of Helen of Troy, from who this whole line of Warbringers came. Basically, when Warbringer is born, for some time, up to the age of 16, I think, they cause just minor shifts. For example, fight between best friends or something like that. But when they get to their 16th birthday, there's usually sometime after that a huge war comes. For example, a World War I or World War II. So a lot of people are trying to kill that girl because she's a warbringer, and now they need to save her. Between this one and the next one, I started reading Ramayana, Ramayana, but didn't finish it because me and my parents went to Malinska, which is for 10 days, and basically I left the book here and did not bring it with me, so I still haven't finished it. So it's still here. The next book that I actually finished was Superman Dawnbreaker, which is the same origin story of Superman. And basically what's happening here, people start disappearing, but for example, I don't know, friend's uncle or someone like that. I don't remember who was actually taken. So people start disappearing, but not wealthy people, but people who work on farms and stuff like that. So they start disappearing, and so there's this guy who's taking photos of local farms and bought farm of one of Superman's old football teammates, and now he and Lana Lang started to investigate into all of that, and basically that's where the story goes. I give this 5 out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars, and 5 out of 5 stars. I forgot to say that. Basically, the story goes from there. We meet Lex Luthor. Of course, we do. Because what would Superman be without Lex? So, yeah. It was interesting. And this was not the book that I read. I did not read these books in this order. I just figured out, okay, so gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I read Gemina by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff before Wonder Woman. And why didn't I wrote down Wonder Woman here? I don't know. So this is by Pena, this is by Leigh Bardugo, and these were by Sarah J. Maas. I always forget that. Basically, this is a sequel to Illumine, which tells a story about two teens whose colony got attacked and they needed to evacuate on these 2 ships. Actually 3 ships. One was hunted down really fast, and there are only 2 ships remaining, and there's a countdown until the enemy ship comes to them. In this book, we are following 2 people on space station they need to come to, called Hannah and Nick, and Hannah being Captain's daughter, and Nick being part of notorious crime family, and they need to work together, and there's also Nick's cousin who's doing IT work because she's a great hacker and stuff. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I heard that people said this was really similar to Illumine. I did not see the similarities. I don't know if I just didn't pay close enough attention, or I was just not noticing them, but I like this. I think you are better than Illumina. So the next thing that I read after I finished Superman, not Gemina. Gemina I read before Wonder Woman, but I was and also I forgot to mention I was participating in a reading rush, and basically I used Superman for read book that inspired a movie that you already seen. I thought that I was going to have time to watch Man of Steel, so that would be like both origin stories of Superman. But what happened is I did not watch Man of Steel, considering I was being really annoying, and decided to watch anime instead. So, but I still used it for that challenge, and also I use it for read a book in genre of that you always want to read more of, and read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. This takes place in America, and I live in South Central Europe, because Croatia is like partially in South Europe, partially in Central Europe, and partially in the East Europe. So, and actually Southeast. So it's a little bit a crazy time here. So the next thing that I read is The Bear and the Nightingale, which I also used for reading rush, but did not end up finishing it during that week because I was being annoying, and on Monday that I was supposed to start reading Superman, I decided to watch anime and did not. So because I was a day late with my reading, I actually finished this Monday after it ended. Monday of Tuesday after the reading rush ended. I used this for a read book with a color that matches color of your birthstone, because I was born in February. The color was purple, and there's purple bird. Also, for a read book that starts with a word the Bear and Nightingale. Then first book you touch. It was like trying to find my TBR, and basically this was the first one that I touched while I was trying to find books for my TBR. Then read a book that completely outside of your house. I know that there were issues around this because of all coronavirus thing, but well, how I interpreted this challenge is read anywhere but inside of your house. So this could be at your friend's house. I interpreted this as you can go read to your friend's house or your grandparents' house or your parents' house, but just don't be inside your house. So yeah, I interpreted this like anywhere but inside of your house. So yeah, and I was in Malinska, and I read majority of this on the beach. I completely say that I did, because in Croatia the measures were lifted back in May, and it's August now that I'm filming this. So yeah, it's not really like I could read anywhere. I know that some people said that they couldn't like read because like it was supposed to be outside. Like no, you could. I interpreted this and like anywhere beside inside of your house because it says outside of your house. So this could be. I interpret this as anywhere outside of your house. Basically, if you go to your parents' house, you still are outside of your house if you don't live with your parents. So I don't know what the issue was. And the last book that I finished, wow, this is in the worst shape out of all of this, but Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, which is about this guy named Monty who is on the tour. Let's look at this book, how this, I know how this happened, that's okay, but I read all 3 of these on the beach, and these two are in better shape than this one. I don't know how that happened. Even though I know how this happened, I had a water bottle that was just taken out of a fridge, right into my backpack, and because it was middle of the day, it started like basically melting. I don't know how to say it like differently, and basically king was moist when I pulled it out. And I just figured out I never told you what this was about. This is about Vasya, who can see the spirits, all Slavic spirits, and basically her father remarries to a Christian woman who brings a priest with her, and this priest is trying to get to convert everyone, but Vasya doesn't give a damn about church. So the next book that I read was this one. This is about a guy named Monty who goes on tour of Europe with his best friend and his sister, and there's like, let me just open the page here. I try like the map of Europe and where they go, and basically when they go from Venice to Santorini, it says, why is Felicity still with us? Felicity is his sister. He doesn't like his sister very much. There's a sequel which follows his sister. I want to read it just to see what shenanigans ensue there, because this was definitely interesting. So yeah, that are all the books that I read this month. So comment down below if you want like a readathon or something on 15th and 16th of July next year. Like that would be 48-hour readathon, nothing major. Maybe like with really like the rules that you can, without rules, or rules you can really weak rules that you can bend in any way you want. So yeah, that would be it for this video, and I need to go to make next one. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.